Hello everybody, Jim Murphy. I know I promised you a game video and I'm going to have to beg off and indulge me a little bit if you would, because there's been other things going on. I know some of you understand that I lost one of my cats the other day. We had been fighting a very long battle with a very dreaded disease. My wife has performed miracles, but sometimes there's only so much that can be done. We were able to make her comfortable. My wife did her magic, and she passed quietly and easily, which was a great blessing to us. It's always tough, as you know. But the other thing that was involved that's really kept my focus and kept me from thinking almost anything else is a couple weeks ago, I found something on the internet, was a job. And I had to send my resume and a nice cover letter and a follow-up both to the company directly and to two job sites I found, because I wanted to make sure that I didn't hear that they didn't get my resume and ignore me. They may already have somebody planned for the job, but if they deal with the government, it is required by law. And that's often what they do, and it's understandable. I mean, they have somebody they want to put in the position. But this job was different. This is a position that suddenly I really wanted. Not that I wouldn't hate the job and would have never in a million years thought about doing it before, but suddenly, like when my mother got sick and I quit my job and spent hundreds of thousands of my own dollars taking care of her, and my wife and I worked 24/7 for 6.5 years, my argument was I didn't trust anyone else would do it better. The job is Manager of Animal Care Services in the city of Long Beach. If you guys don't know what this is, it's basically the dog catcher. It's the person who makes the determination and runs the business and all the horrors that goes with. And my wife said, "Why would you even consider this?" And I said, "Because I can find other ways to save lives. This is my one chance to save the day, to use all the business acumen I've accumulated over the years, to use a cliche, thinking out of the box, using internet and Patreon and GoFundMe and getting partners and involvement with people like maybe the folks at Blizzard who have a campus where people can bring their pets." The city of Long Beach has been shameful in this. It has been an embarrassment how bad this shelter has been run. I, like most people, have turned a blind eye. I've worked with volunteer organizations and alike to save animals on the side, and everyone has sort of just kind of covered their face and said, "Jesus is horrible, it's terrible," being angry at everybody, but, you know, not necessarily being willing to step up and step into the arena to make it better. And there's a million ways to make it better. What I wanted to say is I need to get out in front of this and get the mayor, or at least his appropriate agents, to at least interview me. If not even to allow me to get the job, but to make sure we have a say, myself and the other people who actually care about the animals here in Long Beach, to have a chance to put someone in this that will end this embarrassment once and for all and produce an excellent shelter that has the benefit of both the city and the animals at heart. This place should not be hidden away like it is in a park that nobody knows. This should be a central focus of the people. Most people in Long Beach don't even know where the shelter is. And then to find out that really the shelter doesn't even adopt the animals. It's another organization that the city is contracted with. All of this is not good for the people of Long Beach, for the taxpayers, and what we know for a fact, for the security, safety, and livelihood and life of the people in the shelter. That's the dogs. To misrepresent or paraphrase Gandhi, a society should be judged by how it treats its weakest members. And I think Long Beach has failed in this. And I think it's time for me to step up in this capacity and put everything I've known and done over my many decades of both sales management, business management, customer service, and everything else to get them to do something that will benefit for both them and the animals who are in the care of the city of Long Beach. It's a difficult job. And I think there's some people in there who more than likely can do work, and I think there's more than likely a few that I've heard who can't. But it needs good management and someone else out there to care and be involved, and that is going to be me. Now, whether I get the job or am a factor in basically seeing who does, I don't really care. What I care is I want to be involved in helping to save the lives. This is likely going to be the last job I ever do, other than make videos for you, which has been the great joy of the last 6 months for me. But I do need your help here. I do not have that many followers, but I have friends I know who love animals who do. And I bet a lot of people, you know people who live in Long Beach and the surrounding areas. I need you to help me get this word out to as many people as I can and have them basically send an email or a phone call to the mayor or go on his Facebook. His email is mayoroflongbeach.gov. His name is Robert Garcia. He's on Facebook. You could even call him direct. You can actually look at how bad the shelters have been here in Long Beach. I'm not going to disparage him on this video. I think it's a time now to try to get people to come together and find a way to improve and save this and realize what the main goal is here, and that's to make the lives of these little wards possible, to find people who might not realize they need an animal and get the animal in their possession, to find people who might be looking to turn in their animal because it's too expensive to have them and medical bills are too high or the cost is too high for food, and realize that there can be another option. And I need to find that option, find ways of working with partners to make it possible that you can save these animals instead of giving them the needle. Morale must be miserable at this shelter, and it needs to be improved, and I have done very well at that and running businesses in the past. I also have faced some really horrible things, and I think facing those horrible things have made me stronger to deal with the horrors that are here. I know this video is droning on, and it's not about the fun things I usually like to talk about, but I think in this case it's something really important. So I'm asking one huge big favor of you. Please get this word out to other people. If they're in Long Beach and they want to get involved, we need the help. If a lot of people think about it and said, well, you know, Long Beach is on the other side of the world for me, it doesn't really matter. I can be pretty sure that wherever you live, sadly, it's very likely that there are shelters that are either really crummy like ours or suffering with lack of finances, with the lack of volunteers and the lack of help. I know being involved in a lot of volunteer organizations, it's often a very thankless job with no money attached. And the risk that no matter how many times you're successful, you're still going to fail the majority of the time. It's really tough. And it needs help from people like you, people who care. So either help me if you can and reach out to my mayor and maybe get me an opportunity to get in there and do some good. Or like you said, if it's someplace around here and you don't think Long Beach is even on the map, step up and find some people in your area who need the help. These little wards deserve a lot better than what we give them. Things have gotten better. LA No Kill, there are a lot of volunteer organizations here in Long Beach that have done phenomenal work, but they're usually individuals working for little or no money and no aid and no help and no backing from anyone else. So they come and they go. There's lots of people who work at pet stores who know, and they're trying hard to get the word out. But again, this is a difficult mission that sadly both administrators in cities want to hide in the shadows, and often a lot of people just want to turn a blind eye to not look at the horror and realize the horrible things that are going on. But I have faith in this community. I have seen a level of stand-up that I have not seen in every other place. It seems that people in the gamer world, especially you nerds out there who have taken up causes, have a lot more going on than a lot of people who've come before. And I think you'll stand up. I think you'll help out. But maybe if right now you can just help out a little bit for me, just contact our illustrious mayor, Robert Garcia, and ask him to make sure that at least I get an interview or a chance to sit and talk to the mayor, to make sure I'm on an advisory committee, to make sure that we get people in there who will do the job. And I'm willing to help, and I'm willing to give all the things I've thought about and I think can save animals and time and energy. And that, I think, is all you can do. Because, like everything else, I hate to lose, just like you guys do. So I promise you I'll get you a happier video. And fight me, devils, fight, for you know I hate peace. And I need to get the game on right now. Good night.